first after the start, we set our traditional Shetland reels. The first one is called If I Get a Bonny Lass. The second one is Jeannie Shock the Bairn. And the third one was Ut Bies de Vang, which was a fashion maid. We're maybe slightly down in numbers. One or two of our stalwarts has gotten succumbed to this horrible fury, so we're missing them. And I would also like to say we've had a lot of players over the years. It's for the band for, or the group for about 40 years ago. We didn't all play with the group 40 years ago, I must admit, although some of us is maybe near in that age that we could have done. But we've been very fortunate to have really tremendous support over the years and a lot of really lovely players and made so many friendships along the way. So this is a shout out to all them if any of them was watching and not able to join us tonight. The second tune we're going to play is called Silent Spring, and it was written by a man from Northumberland called Ian Scott, who comes to the Accordion and Fiddle Festival very often, plays the accordion. And this was a tune that he wrote when the foot and mouth disease thing was on. They had a lot of hull sheep and kye in the Northumberland area, and it was very, very quiet, they found. And it's been a bit like that this last couple of springtimes. We've not had any folk festival shenanigans, so it's been a silent spring for us all too, but this is a tune by Ian Scott.
Thank you very much. We're going to carry on with 3 tunes, all written by local ladies, and we've written some great tunes by these 3. So first one was written for June Burns by Pauline Wiseman here, called The Tune for June. And the second one was written by Jenny Henry, and it's called The Hosts and Hostesses of the Central School. And the third one was written by Debbie Scott, called Jig for Francis. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
Gary starts speaking, I would like you all to compliment him on his choice of gowns tonight. He's done it specially to coordinate with every one of us. He's got a stripe to match each one, so we're very, very proud of him. He's come a long way over the years.
Just when I thought I was going to get a chance to speak.
We should get better.
But no, I'm actually dedicating wearing this jumper to the banjo player at East Pointers who sadly passed away last year. He last appeared on this stage wearing a very similar garment. So that's Cody for East Pointers. We can have a round of applause for him. Thank you. So I always like to tell a joke before I introduce the set. Some of them I thought were maybe a bit too risky for his online carry-on. But the first thing I thought of was, what happens to bad rainbows since I've got a rainbow coloured jumper on? They go to prism. But anyway, I thought instead of telling a very bad joke, I thought I would tell you a pretty poem in dialect that I learned at primary school. So, here we go. Pirimus, where's tu been? I'm been to Bressa, where the mit is lean. Pirimus, what say you there? More cats than I lippend, so I'm going nae more. Do looks like there's hiding up a yellow card to me under. There's just wanting to get the drink. So anyway, what we're going to play next, we call it the sexual set. First tune is Tully Plump, and the second one is Come Awa In, which was written by Tammy Anderson for the very first ever folk festival way back in 1980. And the last set is Uten in the Harbour, which it's about going in and out of the harbour. So I hope you enjoy your festival, folks.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. We couldn't let the 40th anniversary of the Heritage go by without playing one of the tunes that we've always played throughout our Heritage Days. And it's a tune that was written by our founder and leader, Dr. Tom Anderson, and it's probably the tune that he's missed Will Kent for. It's the Slockett Light. Now, Tammy, he wrote this tune when he returned to Aishness, no long after his wife Babs had passed away. And he was looking out over the landscape that was being very familiar to him as a boy. And he was thinking about all the folk that he'd kent as a boy and all the lights that had been on in the houses that were no longer inhabited. So he called this tune the Slockett Light, which means the light that's gone out. And Sheena Pugh is a poet who lives here in Shetland, and she wrote a fantastic poem that we think really captures the story, a hint the tune. It's called Translation. So the lasses are going to play the Slockett Light, and I'm going to read translation to you as well. What he sees, the peninsula, his childhood's map open before him, and it is night. He pauses on the hill. Lights come on in homesteads all over the headland. He knows each constellation, the cluster of Brayhuland, Solheim, East House. What else he sees? The spaces. Across empty tracts of black, he traces the patrons of all the missing stars that now prickle only at the back of his eyes, their names no longer known to the postman. What he can do, translate darkened windows, lost friends, into music. Grief reaches upwards and falls back in an air that holds on to each sound desperately until a little row of stopped notes falling one by one into the dark.
Thanks a million. We're going to finish up now with a set of good going reels. Twa by Stephen Spence, Gibby Gray and Pig's Reel. And finally a good Irish traditional tune to finish off, the Banshee. So huge thanks to the Folk Festival Committee for having us and on such an accomplished lineup as we're enjoying the night. Thanks to the sound crew and everybody at Mareel and to all of you for being our audience. And we hope to see you in another 40 years at the Sam Festival.
We're also enjoying the 40th year.